Oh, the kids these days, they're AI native. I'm like, they're not AI native. You're just talking to Claude. They're conduits to Claude. Like, if you ask for a report, they'll give you a beautiful report. They have no idea what's in that report. How could they? They have no knowledge of this. They're just giving you what Claude says. And we actually found some evidence on this when we did a study at BCG, at Boston Consulting Group. We found junior employees were often much worse at using AI. They seemed like they were using it well. They were adopters. But how could they judge whether something was good or bad? I think this is a rare case where the more experienced you are, and sometimes the older you are, the better you're going to be at using AI if you decide to use it. Because you can intuitively grasp, how do I give instructions? AI works enough like people that if you give an instruction and you're good at a field, the other two to be like, no, I understand what went wrong there. You're thinking about this, you should be thinking about that. Even though the AI is not a person, it doesn't think. You'll know what kind of information to expect and get good answers. So I think actually experience really does matter. If you think about how our education system is built, we're actually, schools are in chaos. I mean, they're always in chaos, right? Universities have always been in chaos. This is not new. People are cheating with ChatGPT, but we actually know the pathway forward, right? Like, it's going to be a little bit messiness, but like, we'll do we did this with calculators. We'll do more in-class assignments. Outside of class, we'll use AI tutors, which turn out to be very effective at controlled experiments. We'll make them work better than we do now. In class, will be active learning. We'll figure it out. I'm not worried that we can't figure it out. I am worried about the next stage. I teach people to be generalists at Wharton, and they become a specialist the same way we've taught specialists for 4,000 years, which is apprenticeship. Right? I send them off to work for whomever, right? They go work at, Bank of America or whatever, and they learn the job, and everyone gets a good deal. They get a little bit of income, but not as much as they would probably deserve. But they get a chance to prove themselves, and they learn the ropes by doing grunt work over and over again. The middle manager assigns them grunt work that they don't want to do anymore and gets to evaluate whether this person's any good or bad for moving up the ladder. And it's been a great mechanism. And that just broke, right? Because every junior person knows less than ChatGPT, and they would rather just use ChatGPT, and they'd be kind of dumb not to use ChatGPT or Claude to give you answers because it's better than what they could do. And every middle manager would rather delegate to the AI than a flawed human who takes forever to give them an answer and isn't as good. And so everyone's just doing AI work to each other. And I think that is exactly the problem that you're talking about here, which is the danger is that we lose the talent pipeline. There are solutions to it, but they're going to require fairly radical change in how we think about talent pipelines. So part of this is our systems. We're coming back to that theme we've been developing throughout, which is human systems are not built for an AI world. School wasn't built for a place where anyone could write your essays, right? Work wasn't built for people to be able to produce PowerPoint on demand without thinking about it, right? Fiction wasn't built that I could write as many papers. The law clerks and courts weren't built for anyone to be able to bring up a case. That's not a problem. That happens in every industrial revolution. It's just all happening at once everywhere. And sometimes the AI wins, sometimes human systems win, sometimes we both lose. But that's where I'd watch the adjustment happening.